Hello guys, it's NautoAce. Basically that request says, hey, Idea Factory, is it partial dub, is it fully dub? And they're like, well, we can't answer that question at this moment. You're gonna have to wait until the game comes out. Like, oh, come on, man. But of course, it's probably a request by Bamg Zoom for it. I mean, there's more than meets the eye. Hopefully, research, trying to find insight. But it would be nice, in my opinion, about it. Idea Factory, one of my favorite companies, the Neptunia franchise. They were streaming Death and Request, like I said, one of their latest ones that's going to come out this month for Idea Factory. And I was watching their stream, and of course, thank goodness it's English dub. However, I was trying to get a question to find out if it's whether Death and Request will be fully dubbed or partially dubbed, and I tried to ask that question, and unfortunately I did get some response for that one. And what happened also was that I guess it was probably my fault. I wasn't really paying attention much to the stream because I was like doing something else, and I was doing to a place that you're not supposed to use your phone or go to the internet, but you know, who the heck cares. But if you want to be a better, good employee, work is work. If you want to do streaming computer stuff, you do it on your off time or at home. But the bottom line is, I did get a response for it. And one of the guys basically said, unfortunately, we can't answer that. And I kind of probably missed it, but yeah, like I did try to answer the question. I think the guy said, yeah, we can't really answer that question, which is they can't answer whether how much dub the game is. And again, it's probably a legal issue with Bamg Zoom. And I did try to answer the question because, again, like I said, probably missed a boat. And one of the other viewers basically was nice enough to respond to me and said, yeah, no one's talking about it. And basically what it means is no one talking about is that they're not allowed to talk about how much content of English dubbing in the game. Is it English? Is it fully dubbed? Or is it partial dub? And the sad part here, and then kind of bites me, is that the only way to find out is once the game is out. You can't do it when the game before it comes out. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe I get a legal issue with Bamg Zoom, because from what I heard, they are doing Bamg Zoom. I mean, probably a lot of legal issue. If they said something about like, yeah, I'll be partial dub thanks to Bamg Zoom, what are you going to do? Are you going to complain Idea Factory? Are you going to complain Bamg Zoom? Again, it's probably also a protection to the voice actors, because remember, maybe there are documentary about voice acting. And probably I should watch one of those. I know there's been a lot of controversy about voice acting, which is voice actor don't get paid on time, and yeah, there's been a lot of problems with that. I know Kyle Herbert, the voice of Gohan, Ryu, have said it, that there have been times him and a lot of his colleagues they didn't get paid until, like, because again, the company's supposed to pay like Bamg Zoom, where is the money? And they're not even paying whatever, which is, even Stay Bloom basically even had that problem. Like he said, he had on Twitter that said, yeah, there have been times when I didn't get paid until 5 months later from what I did. So again, it's probably a legal issue that they can't do anything about it. They can't say who the voice. You can't say who the voice unless you want to play the game, unless given consent by the PR. And asking about more than is it going to be fully dubbed, partially dubbed, and unfortunately sometimes they said, yeah, we can't answer that because it's probably a legal issue, like I said, with Bamg Zoom. So like you say, if they say someone actually say, hey, yeah, it's partial dub, then what am I going to do? Well, maybe I'm going to complain to Bamg Zoom and say, why? Are you so greedy that you want more money? Because like I said, there are some business of how this thing works. Sometimes there are certain lines, if you read, the more lines they read, well, that's more money. How much budget do they have that they can willing to do a full dub or not? I mean, like I said, I did call out Idea Factory on Hyper Dimension Neptunia V2. They had said that after the game was released, that yes, the reason why it was partially dubbed and the DLC wasn't dubbed because of the budget. People have to cut their losses. That's the reason why they provided a free Japanese sub if you wanted that. But can it be fixed? Of course, I mentioned it before, like case in point, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Yeah, apparently there's more voice than its 360 version in the US, or yeah. So there were more voice. So props to Namco Bandai for that one. Thumbs up. So I mean, there's a possibility also with Idea Factory. They can go back to it, provide a DLC called a paid Director's Cut DLC with more voices in the game, including the DLC. I mean, I know one of the controversies right now also is Neptunia for the Steam Rebirth 3, the Get Neptitude. And unfortunately, that one doesn't have an English dub. Even if you put the game in English dub, the Neptitude doesn't have English dub. But of course, it's only $2. Again, it's like, dude, weak sauce, Idea Factory, weak sauce, man. And of course, there are games that Idea Factory are not dubbing. Of course, Agris War for the Steam is not going to be dubbed. And of course, no surprise, Moray Chronicles is not going to be dubbed. I kind of mentioned that in another video. It is what it is. And again, probably the reason there is, hey, look, we're already booked. We can't provide more. The budget for this game is probably not a lot because it's not on the PS4. But again, back to Dead and Request. Right now, there is no definitive answer, whether the game is going to be fully dubbed or not. Again, because they're not allowed to talk about it, because it's probably by request of Bamg Zoom. And again, I'm just assuming Bamg Zoom because I know to some extent a lot of the 3D game or Idea Factory game, whether it's from NIS, from the PS3, all the way to Idea Factory doing their own localization publishing, they do hire Bamg Zoom. And yeah, Bamg Zoom is expensive, believe it or not. They are expensive, but they are worth it. People love them. So, and yes, Dead and Request basically will have partial dub or English dub. So what I said in that one was basically they kind of answer it, but in a weird, cryptic way. And then one guy basically nice enough to mention it. It said they are not talking. And basically from my interpretation, it's something about they're not allowed to talk about it, maybe because something to do with Bamg Zoom. So I just said, well, kind of bum me out until it's too late. Well, because the follow-up is that, yeah, there are some certain YouTubers I follow on YouTube that basically got the game early. So you wait a minute, how you get that game early? No, they were basically given by Idea Factory the game, and you know the drill about this. If you get the game early, it's a privilege to your job is to showcase the game. I mean, yeah, to be truthful, I mean, especially if you do a review, kind of like what Xanders does in his YouTube. He was able to review certain games because, again, but there is a dark side of that one. So it's not just, oh, you get a privilege, you believe in the company, so you get free stuff. Well, yeah, it is free, but to some extent, there is a big risk if you're not careful. And basically, if you don't do what you're supposed to do, or to some extent, very, very unprofessional, negative about the product, then you could be blacklisted. Gamer, I think from what I heard, got blacklisted by Disney Interactive because of Disney Infinity. He basically, well, that's according to Gamer, because he kind of was very harsh and critical about the game. And so when he asked, can I get a second copy, like a copy of the second game, 2.0, they basically didn't respond to him. Incognito, there you go. So anyway, the bottom line is, yes, they got early copies. So with these early copies, the people were playing it, doing let's play, reviews, whatever, etc., etc., etc. It's, of course, you got cutscene. Some of them were playing it in Japanese because it was a preference. So I'm kind of surprised that they allowed the people to play it either in Japanese or in English. But anyway, so they played in English, and some people in the comment I saw some video that did a let's play. Yes, fortunate or not fortunate, but I guess it is unfortunate, especially if you're a sub or a dub supporter. What did I say, sub there? A dub supporter. Yes, unfortunately, the game is partial dub. So that's really the follow-up there, that the game is partial dub. No surprise, not surprised. I mean, it's not at least 40% dub like Victory by NIS America. I know I'm still bitter about that, but To some extent, the percentage is a bit higher from what I heard. I know from what I heard, Victory 2 or V2, the percentage of the ratio from partial dub to sub, not including the DLC, is somewhere between 70 to 80%. So yeah, they are dubbing more, but yes, it is still unfortunate that as of right now, they're still doing it rather than full dub. But like you said, granted, Rebirth 2 is full dub. I had to try Rebirth 3. I know Victory 2 wasn't, probably because it was a PlayStation 4, so pretty expensive. Cyber Dimension, from what I heard, it is full dub. So when it's supposed to be sub, there it is. But yeah. So again, the follow-up here is that when I read the cryptic response, yeah, they probably didn't talk about it, but I think with the guy when he said, or she said, excuse me, my apologies, that the person said they're not talking. I guess what it meant was, it's not to some extent that they're not allowed to talk about it. It's more of, yeah, it is partial. Yeah, kind of suck, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. With that, I'll see you guys later.